folks, welcome to Around the Yard. My name's Brent, and I kind of walk you through the property here. This is kind of kicking off my YouTube channel. Been kind of watching a lot and learning from other guys, like in the wood yard, back 40 firewood, outside with Shibe, old guy firewood, outdoors with the Morgans, Wrangler Star. Lots of people I give credit to for what I've been able to kind of put together here. Trying to take a little bit of everybody's ideas and make it work for my needs and move forward with it. Right now we're sitting in one of my probably 3 wood yards I'd consider. This has got some of the bigger stuff, the bigger ash logs in it. Down past here in the far corner of my property is another spot that we've been dropping, tree services have been dropping. It's a little easier for them to get in and out. And then back behind the camera here, a few hundred feet, is another smaller wood yard for kind of limbs and different things that I was trying something a couple years ago, trying to sort stuff out from bigger stuff to smaller stuff. As luck would have it, that kind of gets away from you. So now I've got 3. I'd like to condense down to 1. So yeah, on the channel here, we're just gonna, like I mentioned in my description, we're just gonna kind of walk through some projects and different things of what we're doing to improve this property. We bought it 3 years ago, my wife and I, from the original owners. So the home was built in 1964, 1965. There's a pole barn back here that we can show you. Built in 1975, and then an addition put on in 85 or 84. So it's a nice little spot. We're close to town and different things like that, so it makes it easy to go get fuel and groceries and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun. We got the country feel without being too far out. Like I said, I've got a skid loader that I do a lot of heavy work with around here. This past February I bought a used mini excavator. It is primarily just me doing the firewood stuff out here, and I've learned really over the years that hydraulics are your friend. So I thought, well, I can use the mini for several projects, and then I can use it as an arm to lift up the bigger pieces of wood or roll them around, or set them on top of my log splitter in case I don't get a new one. Got a nice Kubota lawn tractor that we keep up the property with, so I basically mow everything, which is about 2 or 2.5 acres. Kind of keeps it in ship shape. We're going to touch probably some welding projects, light fabrication. I've got lots of skid loader attachments that are kind of second, third hand, that I've picked up various places. Every now and again they need a modification, so I've got a vintage stick welder that seems to do a decent job. Yeah, I can kind of just walk you around and give you a tour, and I really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe and hit the like button if this is content that you like. It'd help me out and make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Also, any comments that you can provide, either positive, negative, whatever. Open suggestions to make this better for you guys. So yeah. Well, let's take a little walk and I'll show you around the property. So here's the wood yard. I'll just kind of zoom out here a little bit. Down there's the pond that I dug here a couple of years ago. Off in the distance here you can kind of see the other wood yard possibly. Let's see, I'll zoom in here a little bit for you. So yeah, down that far corner, that's what I would call the 3rd wood yard. The pond just got redug last August through our drought. Skid loader did most of that heavy lifting. See, back 40 and Hometown Acres will appreciate that. That's the firewood stand, roadside firewood stand. Currently doing a On Your Honor system, 2 to 3 pieces for $1. It's working okay. It needs a little modification, I think, but it'll come along. There's the deck over trailer for the hauling the skid loader around, so it's just easy to get to if it's out in the middle. Here's kind of the rest of what I got piled up. Got a couple IBC totes here that are got some raspberries here that are on the perimeter, and so I like to keep those for watering. Up in the trees there, we can kind of see I've got a couple implements there. Got a stump bucket on the right, a grading bar, and then kind of a demolition bucket there on the left. Brought in new electrical service this year. Here's the pole barn and the skid loader. There's the IBC totes. So trying to stack by species a little bit, and then I cut the tops off and sides and different things to use for snow cover, rain covers. So works pretty good. There's the snow pusher blade. And I'll walk down the side of the shed here. So there's the IBC totes. Here's the concrete wall. Got the fuel oil tank. I've got some leftover cinder blocks, pallets. Just built that red coop here last year. We got 4 more totes of firewood. This will be kind of first up this year. Mixed hardwood I split November 2019, so try and label what I'm doing. Here's all the chickens. There's the one bugger that can fly. So back here would be what I would consider the third wood yard. I've got again more cinder blocks. This fire pit is actually pretty cool. It's 6 feet in diameter, stainless steel. You can burn full-size pallets in it if you ever needed to. But yeah, this is my limb wood. I was trying to divide up the wood yards here a couple of years ago, and this is what I came up with. And then some IBC tote storage and some bigger logs. And then I've got some more implements and then more IBC totes back around the back side of the buildings here. So I haven't cut those down, but they're waiting. Here we go. All right, so this is the latest project. Wound up leveling out the backyard here, so you can see the bottom of the wood on the garage there, below the Tyvek wrap. That's basically the garage floor. An existing grade was equal to the top of the concrete slab there, or basically the bottom of the siding. And then we're standing kind of downhill here, but basically everything sloped up to this high point. And so, 50 years of lawn clippings and whatnot kind of built up this backyard a little bit, and we were getting water in the garage. So wound up taking out probably 30 or 40 yards of material. Basically everything you see here. There we go. So a good 1.5 or 2 feet down, and then scrounging for boulders from neighbors, and my folks are semi nearby, and some farmers. Was able to get this boulder wall put together. So the mini excavator was a big help. Basically everything in the top row, the mini was moving. And the bottom row was the skid loader. So I got about 100 feet of wall here, and went in pretty smooth. No broken bones. I did kind of spring a rib here the other day, trying to nudge one of these bigger ones. So this little pond I dug in the other night. We got some goldfish and whatnot, so they'll live in this come next year, I think. So there's kind of the end of the wall there. Okay, so this is kind of the high point of the property. You can see this trail that runs back towards the sheds. That was an old horse run. I'm standing kind of south of the garage, and then panning around here so you can see the road, the pond, and then kind of looking down towards the larger firewood storage. So that's pretty cool. Most of the leaves are down. We got a lot of maple and oak around here. Couple 3 big willow trees. So yeah, that's a little bit of the tour of the property. Hey folks, thanks for sticking around watching around the yard. Just finished up the tour of the property. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're interested in subscribing. Hit the like button and share it with your friends. I would appreciate that. Let me know what I did good and bad and ugly and whatnot. I think the next video we're going to do is going to be the One-Eyed Customs Challenge from the he shared on the Back 40 live stream on Friday night. We're going to get the excavator out and try and stack 5 big rounds up and see how we do. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Come back next time. Thanks a lot.